Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ibnu Annas. I'm from UPSI Margonda. Today, I'm going to do my midterm test presentation about the Greek theater in English drama with my student ID 33220164. So today, I'm going to explain about the Greek theater. In the first, we are trying to attach the background first or the origin of the Greek theater. So, in the beginning, Greek theater is originated in the 6th century before century in ancient Greece. So, particularly in Athens, it is a part of religious of honoring Dionysius, the god of wine, fertility, and the theater. So this Greek theater or this festival were called Dionysia, and they were celebrated with the music, with the drama, dancing, and a dramatic performance in the stage. So over the time, this performance are evolved with the multiple roles and were evolved into the structures of plays we recognize for today. Next slide. It's about the structure. We have an orchestra and theater. So the this is the kind of the place where the Greek theater are played. So the Greek theaters were locked open air, so into the build of sides of a hills for to allow the natural acoustic. This structure typically included three main components: the orchestra, the theater. So the orchestra, the circular area in the center of the theater. This is the space where the chorus would sing and dance and do a dramatic performance where the actors were performed. And the other one is theater. This was the sitting area for the audience. It's made a semicircular shape around the orchestra and made by the stone of bench. Next, this is the genres of Greek theater. There are maybe three components of genre in Greek theater: tragedy, comedy, and satire. So for the first, the tragedy focuses on serious themes such as human suffering, morality, and relationship with the God. This genre focuses on the serious theme, like a fate, justice, or morality, and tragedies often despite to a downfall of a great hero, usually to a flaw and or maybe error in judgment. In a comedy, it's usually were light-hearted plays that often involve satire. So maybe it's called a satire too, but in the comedy, mockery of political figures or social commentary. That's the difference. They were designed to entertain the humor and provoke the audience through the humor. And the third is satire. The satire will play an essential part of Greek theater that both humor, parody, and physical comedy. In the satires plays, they were short, uh, with little comedic plays that were often performed after a trilogy of a tragedy. So they were featured the course of satires, mythological creators, or maybe a plot fun at the seriousness preceding the tragedies. And this is the Greek theater in today's era. Actually, there are no such thing as different between the Greek theater. So this is the enduring legacy of ancients, and this is originated more than 2,000 years ago. It is influence that still felt in the modern era, like the popular plays, adaptation, and maybe the revivals. The most playwrights like Shakespeare and Tennessee Williams were invited with this theater convention. Many of them explored the theater's plays, such as the power, justice, faith, and human suffering. Continue to resonate with audience today. In modern theater, Greek tragedies are still formed, especially in the United States, often with contemporary interpretation. So the next, after the changes of Greek theater, we are going to the famous playwright of the tragedy. I have concluded two of the famous playwright for the Greek theater. First one is Sophocles, and the last one is Aeschylus. So for the first one, the Sophocles, this is another the most figure in Greek theater. So he's the one that expand the possibilities and the tragedy, even the future. He introduced a third actor on the stage, and he allowed even more complex interaction, as his famous work is Oedipus Rex, a tragedy about fate and free will. In this place, in particular, about fate and free will, it's a perfect example of a dramatic irony, which is the audience knows something that the protagonist does not. And the second is Aeschylus. People call him a father of tragedy. So he is a figure in the development of Greek tragedies and often referred as the father of tragedy. And he introduced the concept of having a second actor, which allowed him to be more complex dialogue and interaction. Before this, the performance were limited, just one actor and one chorus. He best known as for his trilogy and Orestesia, which is only complete the trilogy we have from ancient Greek theater and explore the terms of justice, vengeance, and the shift from personal retribution to societal law. So this is my kind of reference that I take it from the another website, which is I can conclude that this is valid because they explain just a little bit different, but it still considers to be a paraphrase. And I think that is my little bit explanation about the Great Theater. With my name is Ibnu Annas. I hope that you may understand with my presentation and also my explanation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bird was the death of him. Again, words are few, dying too. Bird was the death of him. Ghastly grinning ever since, up until it to come to candle the creek at Sack first failing with the first daughters. From many to many and back. All the way. Banded back and forth, so ghastly grinning out. From funeral to funeral. To power. This night. 2.5 billion seconds. Again. 2.5 billion seconds. Had to believe so few. From funeral to funeral. Funerals of hell itself of loved ones. 30 seconds night, 30,000 nights. Hard to believe so few. Born dead of night. Sun long. Sung behind the larch. No needles. Training green. The room dark gaining. To faint light from standard lamp. Wick turned low. And now, this night, up at nightfall, every nightfall, faint light in room. Range unknown, not from window, No, next to none. No such thing as none. Groups to window and stretch out. Stand there, staring out. Stock still, staring out. Nothing, staring in that black sea. Groups back in the end to where the lamb is standing. Was standing. When last went out, loose match in right hand pocket, strikes one on his buttock, the way his father taught him. Takes off milk white glove and set it down. Match goes out, strike a second as before. Takes off chimney. Smoke's cloud. Hold it in the left hand. Match goes out, strikes a third as before, and sets it to wick. Puts light of chimney. Match goes out, puts back glow. Turn wick low. Backs away to edge of light and turn to face east. Blink wall so nightly up, shocks, night cone, window, lamp, backs away to edge of light and stand facing blank wall. Covered with picture once. Picture of Keon. It says of loved ones. Unframed, unglazed, pinned to wall with rolling pins, all shapes and size. Down one after another, gone, torn to death and scattered, strewn all over the floor, not one sweep, no silent fade off, no word, ripped from the wall and turned the sheets one by one over the years. Years of night. Nothing on the wall now but the pins. Not all. Some out with the wrench. Some still pinning a strap. So stands there facing blank wall. Dying on. No more, no less, no less, less to die, ever less, like light tonight at nightfall. Stands there, facing east, blank pickpocket surface, runs wide in the shadows. Cold once then, the more. There was a father, that grave void, three mother, that other, there together, smiling, wedding day, they're all there. That grey lot, they're alone, he alone. Not now, forgotten, all gone so long, gone, ripped off and torn to shreds, scattered all over the floor, swept out of the way under the bed and left Thousands rats under the bed, with the dust and spiders. Although he all but says the loved ones stand there, facing the wall, staring beyond. Nothing there either. Nothing staring there either. Nothing stirring anymore. Nothing to be seen anywhere. Nothing to be heard anywhere. Room once full of sound. Faint sounds. Which unknown. Fewer and fainter as time wore on. Next one. No. No such thing as none. Rain some night still slant against the panes, or dropping gentle on the plane's banquette. Even now, lamps smoking through back, through weak, through low. Strange. Facebook is going to find and glow, while ceiling stand by night after night of this. Dark shapeless spot on surface, elsewhere white. Once white, stand facing wall after the fire's motion described. That is up at nightfall and into ground and socks. No. In the mall already? In the mall night? All day and night. Up at nightfall in gown and socks. And after a moment, to get his bearings, grabs the window, faint light and room. A naturally faint. Winds unknown. Stand stock still staring out into black fish. Nothing there, nothing staring that he can see. Here dwells thus as if unable to move again, or no will left to move again. Not enough will left to move again. Turns in the end and gropes to where he knows the lamp is standing. Think he knows was last standing when last went up.